In this video we are going to talk about top 10 most expensive countries to travel. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 10. Switzerland. Switzerland is one of the world's most beautiful countries, but it is also one of the most costly, according to the World Bank. Getting to all of those lofty peaks, lush valleys, and charming medieval villages would undoubtedly come at a significant cost to your wallet and time. Flights to Switzerland are not inexpensive, and staying in a hotel is even more expensive. So, before you travel to this magnificent country, which offers a wide range of high-quality goods and services, make sure you have enough money in your wallet to cover your expenses. Number 9. United Kingdom. If you want to view those red telephone boxes, the Westminster Palace, Stonehenge, and all of the castles and historical buildings that can be found around the United Kingdom, you'll have to pay a steep fee. Flights are not inexpensive, and staying in hotels has the potential to drain your bank account more quickly than you anticipate. It is true that visiting the United Kingdom will not be the most inexpensive vacation option, but it will undoubtedly be worthwhile. Number 8. France. France, how we love thee! France is the land of wine, baguettes, macarons, and fromage, and the list could go on and on if we started listing all of the museums, galleries, beaches, and cities that you absolutely must visit at least once in your lifetime. A trip to France is an unforgettable experience, but one that comes at a great cost. Want to sip your wine while looking out over a lavender field on one side and the ocean on the other? It's not an issue. All you have to do is pay the associated fee and you're done. There will be no hard feelings. Number 7. Australia. It is impossible to be bored in Australia, and you will be so absorbed in the experience that you will not even notice that. Your wallet has become significantly lighter in weight. As a result of the cost, you will discover that there isn't anything that is easy to forget, especially if your expenditure beyond your expectations. Seeing the kangaroos, visiting the opera house, and taking part in the many other activities that Australia has to offer means saying goodbye to a lot of money in your pocket before you ever leave home. Number 6. Norway. The Scandinavian countries at the top of the list, along with Norway, are all extremely expensive to live in. The oil industry, as well as numerous other reasons that make Norway a desirable place to live, contribute to the country's incredible natural beauty, which includes fjords, wildlife, the aurora borealis, and charming little towns and villages. However, given the fact that you cannot purchase anything in Norway with $1, this can be a very expensive experience. Literally. Number 5. Cayman Islands. This island in the Caribbean is home to gorgeous white sand beaches, stunning coral reefs, turquoise green waters, and the promise of unspoiled quiet seclusion and unadulterated natural beauty. There are many tourists that come here to take a break from their hectic lives and find a little piece of paradise. In recent years, the location has been linked with lavish living, affluence, and the millionaire lifestyle, to the point where Hapa has ranked it as the most expensive holiday destination on the planet. It costs money to spend time frolicking in Cayman's talcum-soft sands and coconut-lined beaches, and it's a hefty one at that. A vacation on this island will cost you approximately $590 per day. It boasts the most costly hotel rooms in the world, with an average nightly rate of $360 per person per night in this country. Number 4. Sweden. Sweden is located within the geographical region known as Fennoscandia. Because of the substantial ocean influence, the climate is often pleasant for such a northerly latitude as this. As a result of its geographic location between the North Atlantic, the Baltic Sea, and massive Russia, Sweden enjoys pleasant continental summers despite its latitude of 60 degrees north. Because of the large latitudinal disparity between the south and the north, the general temperature and environment change greatly between the two regions, and much of Sweden experiences consistently cold and snowy winters. While the southern part of the country is largely agricultural, the northern part of the country is highly forested and contains a portion of the Scandinavian mountains. Sweden, along with her two Scandinavian neighbors, is also one of the most costly countries in the world, according to the World Bank. Sweden has a lot to offer in terms of attractions. The food is delectable, the scenery is breathtaking, and the people are warm and welcoming. Who wouldn't want to go on a vacation that included all of these amenities? To be sure, what we desire in life is frequently not something we can afford. So, assuming you don't live in any of the nations on this list, Sweden will save a significant amount of money to be able to pay it. Number 3. Iceland. First and foremost, labor is expensive, with a significant amount of obligatory overhead. Second, farming in Iceland is strictly regulated, with the importation of many agricultural items prohibited and the price of local products being rigorously controlled. Because the equipment required to manage a farm must be imported, Icelandic farms are prohibitively expensive. Other factors, such as a developing tourism economy that circulates around the city center, have pushed up rent prices for locals out of proportion with the rest of the city. Despite the fact that Iceland has a population of less than 500,000 people, visiting the country is quite expensive. Iceland boasts some of the most breathtaking scenery you'll ever view in your life. With all of the waterfalls, geysers, and mountains, it's one of the most gorgeous spots on the planet. Iceland is undoubtedly something you don't want to miss out on, but before you go, make sure you stuff your pockets with as much money as you possibly can before you leave. Number 2. Singapore. Singapore is a terrific place to visit, and anyone looking for a break from the European culture should make a point of traveling to this country-state as soon as possible. The building is modern and stunning, the food is something you really must eat, and, all in all, it can be one of the most memorable travel experiences you will ever have in your lifetime. If only you had the financial wherewithal to do so. Tourists pay the highest prices in the world to visit Singapore, which is the world's most expensive city to visit. In this pricey metropolis, transportation costs a colossal amount of money. If you want to buy and use an automobile, you should have a significant amount of money set up for it. Singapore's government sets the automobile rate at its highest level in order to keep the number of cars on the road under control. Aside from that, the cost of clothing and even groceries has risen significantly. It is the most developed city in the country, and it has a thriving gastronomic culture. People on honeymoon, professionals, and those with significant money are the most common visitors to this destination. Number 1. Austria. Almost everything, to be honest. The architecture is stunning, the scenery is breathtaking, the food is just great, and there will be museums, castles, and galleries that you will want to visit while you are there. The list might continue on indefinitely, but your wallet could get more and more depleted with each opening. Despite the fact that Austria is not as expensive as Switzerland or Norway, it is still advisable to go with a little extra cash. Prices for rental properties in Austria vary substantially depending on where you are located. Rents in large cities are typically higher than rents in smaller cities and villages, which is understandable. For example, the rent for a one-bedroom apartment or a studio might range anywhere from €300 to €900 per month, depending on the area and whether or not the property is furnished. But the good news is that, thanks to the Austrian government's dedication to social and affordable housing, most people in Austria pay less of their monthly salary on rent than they do in many other European nations. For additional in-depth information, see our guides to renting in Austria and where to live in Austria for more information. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.